Alrighty, ladies and gents, it's time for my next project. This is something I'm going to be fixing up and getting ready to sell here. This is my 1999 Ford Mustang GT Cobra Replica. It was featured in Mustangs and Fast Forwards. I believe the issue is October of 2010. This car was originally red. It's had many owners. I have a lot of history of this car. I built a whole binder around all the receipts that I have when it was shipped to another owner, engine work that was done on the car, parts that I've bought for it, etc., etc. So I have a lot of history for the car, and it's got a lot of history to it. So I want to walk you guys through everything that I'm going to be fixing up on the car to get it ready to sell. There's a lot of things on it I wasn't impressed with when I ended up buying it. I almost lost a couple of body panels when me and my dad were driving home. It was dark. We decided to actually stop and see a movie and saw some of the panels sitting on the back of the trailer. So we actually got pretty lucky that way. So without further ado, let me walk you through everything that I'm going to be fixing up and everything that I can offer with the car. So first things first, the front bumper is to be desired. It's not mounted properly by any means. So we're going to get it. I'm going to get it to the best of my ability. This piece right here is actually broke off. And then I actually noticed that right here, this piece is broke off in here as well. So the new owner will definitely have to get a new header panel there for the lights. I have some headlights that I'm going to either polish up. I have two different light choices. I have tinted lights, but the tint's coming off. Or I have 2001 Mustang GT stock lights that are faded that I can polish up and get looking nice and put in here as well. So those are my two options for that. I have the grill insert panel to put in here. I got the radiator cover that I can put on. There's some power steering lines that are open to the elements I want to get plugged off. The Hydro Boost was missing when I bought the car. So I bought a brand new Hydro Boost to put in there. I'm probably going to tape off the holes in the firewall just to keep dirt and debris out of the inside of the car when a guy's hauling it home in case you haul it on an open place trailer. I pulled the front calipers off of the car. They were real dingy and the paint was flaking off of them, or the powder coat was flaking off of them. So I was going to rebuild them and repowder coat them. I'm going to save those calipers instead and use them on a later build. And I bought brand new 4-piston calipers. Well, I shouldn't say brand new. Remanufactured 4-piston calipers that are powder coated in black. A gentleman on Facebook rebuilt them and did all the work. So I ended up purchasing them from him so I don't have to do the work for them. And I could save those other ones for later. So it's got the Cobra 2000R style front brakes with 4-piston calipers. Stock rear calipers to fit 15-inch rims. And let's see, I think that's pretty much it in the front end that I'm going to be doing, other than taping up lines and that sort of deal. Basically just prepping this thing. I'm going to be re-riveting on these Zeus rails. This one broke in the front, and that whole side broke off on our way home. I almost actually lost the hood for the car, so I ended up yanking it off. So I'll get that all cleaned up on that side. Mount those Zeus rails back on there so we can put the hood back on. I got a brand new wiper cowl for the car. This one was actually cracked right here. So I got a brand new wiper cowl. These skinnies up front are brand new. It still has the tags on the tires. You can see the rubber tags on them. So, and the rear, I was told, has 8 to 10 passes on them. I'll get these all cleaned up. I was running it through the gravel so you can't really see, but it's got a lot of tread in there. Where's one of the holes at? Oh, anyway, I'll find there it is, the wear strip. So you got a lot of tread in there. This is actually, the sail panels are one of the ones that I almost ended up losing on the back of the trailer. You can tell that it's not bolted in. And then this A-pillar trim is also missing a bolt, so we got to get that fixed up. It did originally have 10th anniversary interior in it in the magazine shoot. The only 10th anniversary stuff that I have left is the door panel inserts, which really sucks because I like that 10th anniversary red insert seats. And I wish I could have had it with the car, but those didn't come with. So I was going to turn this car into an autocross / track day car because I'm not a big drag racer. And I honestly, without a quick release on this car, this cage design I really didn't like. The way they have the door bar going through there, it makes it really hard to get in the car, especially if you have a race seat in there. So it honestly doesn't look that bad on camera, but I promise you, if you had the stock wheel still on there and you tried to get in with a race seat, whew, I almost pulled my hip a few times, let me tell you. But, so yeah, I was going to actually revitalize it and make the door bars kind of like the NASCAR style where it's on the bottom instead. And then do a hoop over and down, make it a little cleaner. But as far as quick release stuff goes, I have this new plastic trim panel that I want to put in here. You can see how ugly that looks. I mean, you can see right in the steering column. So I bought this ABS plastic panel to go in here to block that off to make it look nice. So I'll be pulling this short hub off, pulling this quick release, and then installing this and putting that back on. I'm going to check NRG's website and see if they have a red SFI quick release. I was going to turn the car into blue, but I'll see if they have a red one so it matches the door panels. And then a guy doesn't have to worry about that and you're nice and safe. You got a nice leather black wheel. So got the nice cover on there. No gauges. They pulled all the gauges out. I do have the original gauge cluster for it though. And I have a bunch of wiring supplies and stuff in a tote. And I might actually have a gauge or two to actually go in these gauge pods. Let's see. It's got the push start button and like your ignition, fuel, and you could have one other one. But they pulled the manual out of it and sold it before I bought it. And they had an auto in here, and then they pulled that and sold that too. I'm not real impressed with this shifter though, to be honest with you. I don't like the fact that they drilled into the actual center console, but what can you do about it? If you're going to use an auto, it'll be great for you. Or if you want to swap it back to manual, you could always just pull this center console out and swap it with a different one from a junkyard or something. So I got the SVT radiator cover. These are the stock lights I was talking about that I could polish up and make look nice. And then I have the grill insert as well in there, and I'll get that put in too. So let's pop the trunk, take a look at what I got in there. No third brake light in it. I do have a third brake light for it, but that one that came in the car is cracked. I don't want to get rid of the new one that I have, but if you're willing to pay the $300 that I spent to get it, you're more than welcome to have it, and I can find a new NOS one. But here's the brand new Hydro Boost unit that I have in there. And then I have a couple battery cutoff switches in here. And then I bought an assortment because there's no specific kit for the 99 to 04 Mustangs. I bought an assortment of different stuff. I bought an interior screw set for a hatchback 87 to 93 to do the complete interior with that. I figure I could find something out of there that'll work. And then I bought a bunch of hardware from LMR as far as like headlight retaining hardware, different miscellaneous bolts to mount different things, retaining clips, just a bunch of different stuff. And I got my list here of everything I ordered. I believe. Nope, that's a different one. My apologies. I thought I had a list in here, though, of what everything went to. I might have to check my email. Here we go. Is this it? Yeah, this is the one. So we got a dash screw set. We got the interior screw set for the 87 to 93 Mustang. We got 86 to 93 Mustang fender bolts. A I don't know what the lighting ones were for. And then a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff. So basically I ordered a bunch of stuff for the older Fox body Mustangs because I figure Ford really doesn't change the style hardware that they use. So I figure if I just ordered that stuff and then certain things, I went to the store and I bought specific ones for certain parts. But I have a lot of hardware. A couple of Ford OEM things. I'm not even sure what these ones were for. But yeah, I have a lot of hardware in here. So I'll make sure to get everything mounted with the proper hardware that belongs in it. One thing that I didn't mention, I don't think I did anyway, maybe I did, but I have Kirky seats that were in the car. As I probably stated, I pulled them out because I was going to switch to different seats and change the roll cage. But I'll clean those Kirky seats back up and I'll get them mounted with hardware that should be in the seats. They had the seats mounted in there good enough to where they wouldn't move, but it wasn't proper, you know, like if I actually tried to race the car and I never checked the seats, those suckers were going to rip out. So I'll make sure that they're mounted in there nicely. I'll inspect the rear brakes, get the front brakes good, brand new fluid and everything, Hydro Boost unit on, power steering lines blocked off, every panel mounted the way that it should be, steering wheel will be good to go, and then pretty much all you'll have to be worried about is putting the interior together if you want to do that, if you want it to look super nice, and get a drivetrain in there, your wiring harness stuff you'll have to do. And then if you really wanted to get into it, you could, you know, sand the car down and paint it, or if you want to go the cheap route, you can just sand smooth whatever scratches you find and have somebody wrap the car. So however you want to complete this car, it's up to you. I was going to completely restore it. New fenders. I was going to go tubular front end on it. I was going to go full roll race build, but actually look nice, if you know what I mean. So it was going to be like, if I got my ass kicked on track, I could push it into the pits or something and people could come look at it and, you know, race it. And if you lose, go to the car show. So, but alrighty, that's all I got for you guys today. And I'm going to go to sleep now because I'm going to be working nights, and then I'm going to slowly put an hour or two a day into it, and maybe I could get a couple minutes of content here or there filming the stuff that I'm doing to the car. So thank you very much for your guys' interest, and, you know, catch you later.